Welcome back to Old Charles, your home for rare coin facts, hidden gems, and numismatic history from around the world. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece from the land down under, the Australian 50-cent coin from 1981. Australia, at first glance, it may just seem like another everyday coin in your collection. But did you know that the 1981 Australian 50-cent piece has a history tied to international production and unique design elements that make it special to collectors? The 50-cent coin was introduced in Australia in 1966, originally as a round, silver coin. But due to high silver prices, it was quickly withdrawn. In 1969, it returned in a new shape, a 12-sided dodecagon, and that's the design still used today. By 1981, the Royal Australian Mint was facing high demand for circulating coins. To meet the need, production was shared across three mints: the Royal Australian Mint, the Royal Mint in the UK, and the Royal Canadian Mint. Yes, the 1981 50-cent coin was struck in Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom. While the coins don't have mint marks to indicate which country produced them, collectors have discovered subtle differences in the die strikes, edge milling, and even the alignment of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait to tell them apart. Let's talk design. The obverse features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a version used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. The reverse is the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, the same designer who worked on many of Australia's decimal coins. You'll see the kangaroo and emu flanking a shield, representing the 6 states of Australia. And yes, the coin is large, measuring 31.5 mm in diameter and weighing 15.55 grams, made of copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. The 1981 50-cent coin is common in circulation, with over 40 million minted across all mints. But here's the twist: because of the different striking quality, collectors value certain versions over others. For example, some coins from the Canadian Mint have been noted for their stronger strikes and better details. Also, condition matters a lot. In circulated condition, it's worth its face value, 50 cents AUD. But in uncirculated condition, prices go up. So, what's the coin worth today in average circulated condition? Around $0.50 AUD to $1 AUD. In uncirculated condition, mint state can go $4.5 to $15 AUD depending on grade. If you have a proof coin or one in a mint set, prices can be even higher, up to $30 AUD or more. And if you find a die error, like a double rim, off-center strike, or clipped planchet, you could be looking at $50 to $100 plus, depending on rarity and demand. To check your coin's value, always look at its wear and tear luster strike quality and, if possible, compare it with a professional grading scale. Here are a few tips if you want to collect or sell the 1981 50-cent coin. 1. Use a magnifier to examine the Queen's crown and coat of arms detail. Better detail often means better mint. 2. Weigh the coin. Should be exactly 15.55 grams. Anything significantly different could be an error coin. 3. Check online auctions to see what similar coins are selling for. Always go by sold listings, not just asking prices. 4. Store properly in coin holders or albums to protect from scratches and oxidation. So whether you're an Aussie coin lover, a world coin collector, or just starting your numismatic journey, the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin is a great addition to your collection. Rich in history, uniquely minted, and still widely affordable. The story of the Australian 50-cent coin dates back to 1966, the year Australia transitioned to decimal currency. The first version of the 50-cent coin was round and made of 80% silver. But there was a problem. The rising value of silver made the coin more expensive to produce than its face value. As a result, the silver round 50-cent coins were withdrawn from circulation. 1969, the Royal Australian Mint reintroduced the 50-cent coin with a completely new design, a 12-sided shape known as a dodecagon. This iconic shape made the coin easily distinguishable, and it has remained that way ever since. Fast forward to 1981. This year was unique in Australian coin history. The demand for coins was so high that the Royal Australian Mint couldn't keep up alone. To meet the need, the Australian government outsourced production to 2 international mints, the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom and the Royal Canadian Mint in Canada. Yes, in 1981, the Australian 50-cent coin was minted in 3 different countries: Australia, the UK, and Canada. Despite being minted overseas, all the coins were made to the same standards and did not carry mint marks. making them harder to distinguish unless you're a keen-eyed collector. This massive international production resulted in over 40 million coins being released into circulation that year, making the 1981 50-cent coin one of the most common issues of its time. But for collectors today, the origin of minting and subtle design differences make this coin a fun challenge to identify and collect. Some numismatists believe coins from the Canadian Mint have stronger strikes and better details, while others prefer the subtle variations of the UK struck pieces. These little details make the 1981 50-cent coin not just a piece of money, but a piece of Australian minting history. When it comes to coin collecting, one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. The 1981 Australian 50-cent coin is no exception. Over 40 million of these coins were minted, so finding one isn't hard. But finding one in excellent condition, now that's where the real value comes in. Let's break it down. Most 1981 50-cent coins you'll find today are in circulated condition, meaning they've been used for everyday transactions for decades. These coins usually show signs of wear and tear, scratches and nicks, faded details *** on the Queen's crown or the kangaroo and emu, dull or discolored surfaces. In circulated condition, the coin's value is mostly face value, around 50 cents AUD, or slightly more to collectors who enjoy building type sets. An uncirculated coin, on the other hand, is one that has never been used in everyday transactions. These coins retain sharp details ***, bright original luster ***, no major scratches or dents ***. Uncirculated 1981 50-cent coins can fetch $5 to $15 AUD, especially if they have a strong strike and clean fields. Coins with proof-like surfaces or exceptional preservation are even more desirable. There were also proof versions and coins included in mint sets from 1981. These coins were specially struck for collectors, often with mirror-like backgrounds and crisp, frosted designs. If you find a proof 1981 50-cent coin, its value can range from $20 to $40 AUD, depending on its condition and packaging. Collectors often use a grading scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. Here's a simple reference. Want to know the condition of your 1981 50-cent coin? Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass, compare with online grading charts, and if you think you have something special, you can even submit it for professional grading ***. So remember, while millions of 1981 Australian 50-cent coins are still around, only those in top condition catch the eye of serious collectors. Always protect your coins and store them in acid-free holders to preserve their value over time. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much is the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin worth today? Is it just pocket change? Or is it something valuable hiding in your coin jar? First things first. In circulation, this coin is still legal tender in Australia, so its base value is 50 cents AUD. You can spend it like any other coin. But to collectors, condition and rarity matter a lot more than just face value. In circulated condition, where the coin shows signs of regular wear and tear, like faded designs or scratches, the coin usually sells for $0.50 to $1 AUD. Some collectors will pay $1.50 to $2 AUD if it's in better than average circulated condition, especially if the details are still sharp. If you find a mint condition or uncirculated 1981 50-cent coin, its value increases significantly. In 2025, such coins often sell for $5 to $15 AUD ***, depending on strike quality, and luster coins with very high grades, like MS 65 or above, may reach $20 or more if the coin was minted overseas. Some collectors will pay a premium for examples from the Canadian or UK mints, especially if die characteristics can be identified. Now let's talk about proof coins and mint set versions from 1981. Proof coins, made for collectors with a mirror finish, can fetch between $25 to $40 AUD, especially if they're still in their original case. Coins from official mint sets, even if not proof, can be worth $10 to $20 AUD, depending on the condition of the entire set. And here's where things get exciting. Certain error coins can be worth much more than normal. To maximize your coin's value, make sure it's clean, but not cleaned, unworn, and stored in a protective holder or flip. Coins with better shine, clean rims, and deep detail will always attract stronger offers from collectors. So, whether it's worth just face value or up to $40 or more, Your 1981 Australian 50-cent coin holds a piece of history and possibly a treasure waiting to be discovered. Make sure to check your old change, you never know what you might find.